What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Kieran here, and today I want to talk to you a little bit about E3 and some of the stuff that I am most excited for, because E3 has been really cool this year. We've had a lot of cool stuff. Last year I felt it was just basically all guns, really. Microsoft was just sort of talking about their shitty Kinect and all their sort of TV capabilities for the Xbox One. This year, it's not so much about that. None of the companies have really spoke about TV too much. I think PlayStation mentioned it a little bit, but Microsoft sort of stayed away from that a little bit. And focus more on the games, because that is what it's all about. It's all about the games. That's what we're all here for. So I'm going to sort of talk about the games that I am most excited for. Obviously, I'm going to be talking about the Taken King, the DLC for Destiny, because I am a huge Destiny fan. Destiny fan. And I think the gameplay is actually going to be some Destiny in the background here. I do have some footage from the raid that I did this week, and some from the Nightfall, so I'll probably stick them in the background so you can watch my amazing skills at the Nightfall. But anyway, I want to talk about the games that have been announced and some of the expansions. First of all, I'm going to talk about the Taken King, because obviously this is more of a Destiny sort of channel, and I really am just a huge fan of the game. The Taken King seems to me like exactly what the game needed. House of Wolves was excellent. I loved it. It added a lot of new stuff to the game, but just as with The Dark Below, it kind of left me wanting more. I know I did all those videos actually when the DLC first dropped. I did all the story missions in like one day, and once you do all that, it's kind of like, well, what else is there to do? Because I've done all the Prison of Elders now. I've beat Scoreless a few times. So it's really, we need more from the DLC expansions in Destiny, and I think the Taken King really is going to deliver on that. From what we've seen, we're going to get some new cutscenes for the story missions. Going to be a lot more story missions. The light level is going to be increased, and I saw people saying that it was going to be light level 50 on Twitter, although people have actually come out and said this is all a rumor. My best guess is it's probably going to be capped at light level 40. That seems a little bit more reasonable. I'm a little bit more comfortable with that as well, because just think of all the grinding you're gonna have to do to get to level 50. I don't know whether they're introducing any new mechanics to actually get to higher levels. I haven't read too much into the DLC, because I want to sort of get hyped up when it's actually going to be coming out. I like to sort of just discover everything as I go along. But yeah, I'm thinking there's going to be a different way of actually leveling up, because we've seen guns as well with light levels, so that's interesting. I'm going to see how that pans out. I'm really excited. I can't wait to see some of the new content. It seems like Bungie really has listened to what Destiny players have been saying. We need more gun models, we need more story missions, we need some cutscenes. And also they're going to make a few quality of life changes as well, like you can skip some of the cutscenes from the older missions, which will... I greatly appreciate that, let's just say, especially after doing Eye of the Gate Lord so many times. You know, if you do the Eye of the Gate Lord mission, just for the bounty, and you forget to actually exit to orbit, you have to watch the entire cutscene with the Awoken Queen, which is just not fun if you do it like 3 times a week. So yeah, the Taken King looks fantastic. The new villain Oryx looks absolutely amazing. The new faction looks really cool. The Taken, they sort of look like twisted abominations of some of the actual enemies in the game. It looks like we're also going to see a little bit more of some of the other races. Maybe the Cabal in general, because honestly, the Cabal seem to have been forgotten about a little bit, because we've had a DLC focus on the Hive, we've had a raid focus on the Vex, and we've had another DLC focused on the Fallen. So the Cabal really haven't done much outside of the story missions. So it will be nice to actually see the Cabal turn up a little bit. I know we're getting a new strike with a Cabal boss, which will be really cool. I've seen him in the trailer. He looks sick. So it'll be interesting to see some of the new stuff that we're actually going to get for Destiny, and I am really looking forward to it. I mean, I've played the game so much now. I am pretty much damn committed to this game. I love it, and I can't wait to see what Bungie do with it next. I'm pretty bloody hyped about that. Now, next up, I want to talk about Star Wars Battlefront, because why wouldn't I? Now, Star Wars Battlefront is kind of weird. I've seen a lot of the news about the game. People saying there aren't going to be too many maps, not too many planets. So I'm skeptical of Star Wars Battlefront at best. I will be honest with you, but after seeing the gameplay, it really does seem like they've got it right. And just a little disclaimer here: I will be playing it in third person because first person just looks like Battlefield, to be honest. Third person is where it's at for Star Wars Battlefront. That's always how I've played it. When I played Battlefront 2, I played Battlefront 2 on the PC all the time. In fact, I've actually modded it, so yeah, I might do a video on that actually soon. But yeah, I will be playing it in third person because I feel like the first person, it looks great. Don't get me wrong, it looks like a fantastic first person shooter. But I think they said they were going with no iron sights, and I honestly, Halo is the only game that can get away with no iron sights. Because it's Halo. I don't know. Battlefront just seems weird. It doesn't seem like it has the right sort of gun models to actually pull off no iron sights. And I think we've gotten so used to it with Halo. That, you know, I don't know, I'm not a fan of the no iron sights, just don't get me wrong. So I'll be playing it in third person, and in my opinion third person looks way better anyway, because I feel like you can see a little bit more. You feel like you're more kind of into it, if you get what I mean. It's really hard to explain, but I'm just saying I'm going to play it in third person because it looked cool. Also we see a lightsaber fight battle in the trailer. It was Darth Vader versus Luke Skywalker. I can't wait to play as Luke Skywalker or Darth Vader. The lightsabers look really cool. They look like they work really well. When the guy is playing as Luke, he's one-hit killing, as a lightsaber should be. So it feels like, I don't know. I'm wondering if it's going to be like when you were in the second game and you get sort of like a certain kill streak, and then it would let you play as a character like Luke Skywalker or Mace Windu or whatever. I'm thinking it's going to be like a kill streak. You sort of call in Luke, you can play as him, and you get one-hit kills because you've got a lightsaber. Because lightsabers should work like that. In some Star Wars games, it's been really annoying because lightsabers aren't one-hit kills. Like, you know, The Force Unleashed, where you've got this really overpowered Force user, Starkiller, and he's got all the Force lightning and everything, but then his lightsaber takes like 1 or 2 hits to actually kill people. 2 normally. Lightsabers should just be slash, the dude's dead. So yeah, I really like the fact that that's what I took from that trailer anyway. That lightsabers are pretty damn powerful. Darth Vader looks awesome. I can't wait to be able to play as him. Hopefully we can actually use his Force powers as well, like Force choke and all that. He did choke someone in the trailer, so that'd be nice to actually do it in the game. Actually play as Darth Vader, because who doesn't want to play as Darth Vader? Let's be real here. But yeah, Star Wars Battlefront looks absolutely fantastic. I'm still skeptical of it, don't get me wrong, but from what I've seen, the gameplay looks absolutely amazing. DICE, I have no question of DICE's talent to actually make games. The Battlefield games are excellent. It's just the fact that we've heard of some kind of disconcerting rumours about surrounding Battlefront, so I shall reserve my judgment until the game actually comes out, but from what I've seen so far, I'm impressed with the gameplay. Now, what else do I want to talk about? Yes, next up I want to talk about one of my personally most highly anticipated games, and it comes out next year, sadly. Deus Ex Mankind Divided. I am such a huge fan of the Deus Ex franchise, and just finally having a sequel to Human Evolution, which was one of my games of the year back then. It was brilliant. And just seeing Mankind Divided really does get me pretty fucking hyped up, because the trailer they released a few weeks ago, or was it a month ago, something like that, was honestly one of the coolest trailers I've seen for a long, long time. You see Adam sort of running through the streets, there's bombs going off and shit. You've got that Russian dude with a big arm who's always talking. I kind of felt like his accent was a bit forced, but I love it because it's Deus Ex and I don't care. I am biased when it comes to Deus Ex. I love the Deus Ex games. Besides Deus Ex 2, of course. But yeah, I really am looking forward to Deus Ex Mankind Divided. I've only seen a little bit of gameplay, to be honest. I missed the stream for... who was it that did it? I think it's Square Enix, isn't it? Yeah, Square Enix. I missed the stream for that. So I didn't see it live. I have yet to actually watch the full gameplay, but I've seen a few clips on YouTube. And it looks like we've got quite a few new abilities. One that we saw in the trailer as well, and I've actually seen this ability in action. You know, the one where you can sort of like cover yourself in sort of those black sort of polygon sort of things, and it gives you full armor. That looks really cool. That's probably one of the augmentations I'm going to be using. Adam seems really powerful in game. He's got some awesome new abilities, lethal and non-lethal. I can't wait to use the sort of taser thing that he's got in his knuckles. That looks really, really cool. Although normally my Deus Ex playthroughs end up being lethal because I fuck up on the non-lethal and just sort of go all out and kill everything. So that's just kind of how I do things. But yeah, I'm super excited for Deus Ex. Hopefully some of the characters that we know from Deus Ex Human Revolution return. I'm hoping that Megan Reed returns because she didn't get a chance to atone for her shit in the last game. So I'd really like Adam to sort of call her up on that bullshit she pulled in the last game. So that should be interesting. Hopefully we actually get to see Megan again. So Adam can confront her about what she actually did properly, because she got sort of pushed to the side in the last game. Sort of everything was going off in the Panchaea incident for the last game, and Adam was just so preoccupied on stopping that Megan didn't really get dealt with, if you will. So yeah, it'd be nice if we can get some bit of a resolution on that. Hopefully Pritchard returns, because Pritchard, despite being an arrogant asshole, was actually a pretty cool character. So hopefully he turns up. But yeah, should be interesting. I'm looking forward to the next Deus Ex game, and yeah, I'll definitely be pre-ordering that. Oh, also, how the fuck could I forget Halo 5 Guardians? Honestly, I just clicked on the Verge website and there's a picture of a Promethean, and I just realised. Yes, Halo 5 Guardians. I am really excited, but also kind of on the fence about the new Halo. It looks excellent. The gameplay looks awesome, but here's the thing about Halo, and I'm not referring to the campaign here. The campaign is going to be great, I'm pretty sure. I think they've learned from the mistakes of Halo 4. They've made it a little bit more interesting, more characters. Halo 4's campaign was a little bit lackluster. I find it a chore to finish. I only sort of finish it for achievements with the Master Chief Collection. I haven't really played it since. Halo 2 is where it's at, but you know, Halo 4 just didn't really do it for me. But hopefully Halo 5 Guardians has a pretty great campaign at least. But anyway, I'm off topic here. What I wanted to talk about was the multiplayer for Halo 5 Guardians. Now, we played the beta a few months ago, and what kind of concerned me was that it felt too quick, too fast for Halo. Halo, to me at least, has always been like slow, methodical movements, just like in Halo 2 and Halo 3 multiplayer. You can't run around the map just like going nuts. You've got to sort of play it safe a little bit. Obviously you can go in gunfights, but it's not as fast paced, if you get what I mean. You can snipe. If you're lucky and you can get the shotgun off spawn, you can go around with the shotgun. But yeah, Halo 5 Guardians, it felt in the beta at least, I don't know whether they fixed it, that it was just really fast paced. There was so much going on. It felt like Advanced Warfare, to be honest. It felt like Call of Duty, and that was what I was concerned about. We also have the sights. You can aim down sights now, which kind of threw me off at first. You get used to them after a while, but still they felt kind of out of place, if you get what I mean. I'm sure a lot of people are going to disagree with me, and I'll probably get some hate on that, but I personally felt like I don't particularly like the iron sights. Not the iron sights, sorry, the aim down sights in Halo 5. Although you can turn it off, so I'll turn it off and I will shut my my mouth there. But yeah, it looks great. I can't wait to see what's actually going on with Master Chief and Agent Locke. They both seem to be at each other's throats, really, so we'll see what's actually happening when it comes out. I think it comes out at the end of October, which is actually pretty close. It's not too far away. But yeah, we saw some of the gameplay, and then we saw that Promethean dude who came down. He looks like a Transformer. He's got all sort of hard light, and he's got a weird sort of mouth, and he basically turns into Lockdown from Transformers 4 because he has a face cannon, so that's cool. I wonder who that is. I seriously, I do wonder who that is. That Promethean dude that actually you end up fighting. But yeah, I'm sure we'll find out as soon as the game is released. But yeah, pretty looking forward to that. The gameplay looks fine. A lot of the new armor abilities look really cool. The ground pound, the sort of the dashes that you can do with Locke. We haven't seen any Master Chief gameplay as of yet, but we're obviously going to see that coming up. And the multiplayer, I had my complaints about it during the beta, but it looks like we've got a lot of new game modes coming out. You can play as, by the looks of it, you can play as any enemy race. I've seen, well, I'm only assuming here, but it looks like you can play as the Hunters from the Covenant, and obviously you can play as Elites, but I'm hoping we can play as the Foreigners, the Prometheans, because that will be pretty damn badass. But yeah, that is really all I want to talk about from E3 this year. We've had a lot of great stuff. It's focused a lot more on the games. Microsoft have actually impressed me by actually allowing backwards compatibility on the Xbox One, so that means I can play Mass Effect without digging out my old console, which will be nice. But anyway, that's really what I wanted to talk about E3 this year. Those were my highlights of E3. There was a lot of other great stuff that I probably missed off, but I am running out of time here, so I'm going to leave you. But yeah, E3, it was great this year. I really enjoyed it. It was a lot better than last year. Anyway, thank you for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Take care, guys.